What's up guys, my name is Ace, and today I'm going to be sharing some amazing tips to help you maximize your weapon XP so you can rank your guns up faster, which is one of the biggest grinds when it comes to Call of Duty Vanguard. Now some of these tips are going to be fairly basic and obvious, however I actually went in and did a ton of testing with weapon XP to see every little variable that can impact your weapon XP, and I'm going to be sharing all of those results today, including how you can get 3 times weapon XP. Not double XP, but you can get it up to 3 times. Let's dive in. And starting it off, I just wanted to point out that this video is going to be entirely focused around multiplayer because I did do some fairly basic tests in zombies, and it's simply not a super effective way for ranking up guns. Now, there might be some exceptions to that for some guns that are just terrible in multiplayer and you really struggle with. Yeah, maybe it's going to be a little bit less stressful and easier for you to do that in zombies, but if we're trying to just maximize weapon XP, you're likely going to want to stick to multiplayer. And let's get some of the basic tips over with first when it comes to multiplayer. These ones are really no surprise to people that have been around Call of Duty for a long time, but generally speaking, you want to get as many kills in a match as possible in order to maximize your weapon XP, and therefore you typically want to be focusing on small map playlists like Das Haus, or when Shipment comes in, if that's going to be in its own playlist, you want to be playing on that. And assuming you can handle the chaos and actually get more kills this way, Blitz is likely your best option here as well. It turns out the XP appears to be the same no matter which one of the combat pacing types you choose. It doesn't scale based on the player count. So as far as my testing has shown so far at least, a kill in Blitz will give you the exact same amount of weapon XP as a kill in a tactical game mode. Now on top of this, in order to continue to maximize the number of kills you're getting within a single match, typically you want to aim for respawn objective game modes. This is partially because spawns at least tend to be a bit more predictable, although they are a little crazy in the game's current state, so that will usually allow you to get more kills in a match. And then also simply the length of the match. You're typically going to be seeing longer matches in a game mode like Domination, for instance, compared to Team Deathmatch, especially if you are playing those smaller maps. So those are the basics, and I'm sure most of you guys already knew that. Let's dive into the things that I was actually testing though. And the first thing I tested was headshots. Is it going to give you more XP per kill if you're landing a headshot? And it turns out, no, you don't. I was actually a bit surprised to see that. Same thing goes for all those other little things you can do like Buzzkill or Kingslayer. Those don't actually award more weapon XP, just more player XP. It turns out, unfortunately, the same thing applies to any sort of objective play. If you capture a flag with a gun in your hand, I was kind of hoping you would get some weapon XP for that as well as just regular player XP, but it turns out you just get the player XP. It doesn't apply to your weapon at all. So really, it seems like the only way that you can get weapon XP is by directly getting kills or assists with your weapon. Then I also wanted to test to see what happens if you complete a camo challenge. Does that award you weapon XP as well as your standard player XP? And again, unfortunately, completing a camo challenge does nothing to help you rank up your gun. So all of those factors are basically out of the equation. They don't work for weapon XP at all. Now let's have a look at various multipliers that will actually help you improve your weapon XP gains. And the first one is incredibly obvious. Just activate your double weapon XP tokens that you have available in Vanguard. I did the testing on this. It is working. I've heard rumors that it's not currently applying and not currently working. That's incorrect. It is applying and it is working right now. And also, I just wanted to point something out that's very interesting that at least is currently working to some degree. If you boot up Warzone or Cold War, if you've been playing those games before, and you have double weapon XP tokens saved up in those games, you can boot those games up, activate the token, and then swap back over to Vanguard. And even though it's not displaying anywhere in the menu that that double weapon XP token is activated, it turns out it is boosting your XP, but it was kind of inconsistent in my testing. I was definitely getting significantly more XP than I was getting when I didn't activate that Warzone token. However, it wasn't quite double XP. I was getting like 1.6 times XP, so I don't really know what's going on there, if it's just not stacking with other variables that I've been testing, or what's going on. But in either case, if you are out of the standard double XP tokens that are in Vanguard itself, or you can activate it in Vanguard, which are working properly and giving you actual double XP, as an alternative at least, you could use your Warzone or Cold War double XP tokens to get at least some boosted XP in Vanguard. Keep in mind though, these don't stack, so if you activate one in Warzone and then try and activate one in Vanguard, you're only going to be getting double weapon XP, so you're wasting one of those tokens. Next up, this game has a lot of little boosts that you can get to your XP, one of which is joining a clan and then playing in a game with one of your clan members. If you do this, you are getting a 10% boost to your weapon XP across the board. After that, another way you can get a 10% boost to your weapon XP across the board is with certain weapons at least, they will have an operator attached to that weapon where that's their favorite weapon to use. And if you use that combination of that operator and that gun, you will be getting another 10% boost to your XP. So that right there is a super easy way to get an extra 20% boost to your weapon XP. Then after that, one of the most interesting things that I've discovered here is the surplus kit attachment on your weapons, which as far as I've seen at least, it looks like it's available on every gun in the game. So it's very easy to access. And it is really vague in its description. It just says it gives you bonus XP, but it doesn't specify if that's player XP or weapon XP or operator XP. It turns out it's all of the above, and you get a 20% boost to all of these factors. So this thing's kind of been flying under the radar up until this point. I haven't heard too many people talking about it just because it is so vague and they don't understand how it works. If you are in the process of ranking up yourself or your operator or your weapon, you should absolutely be using the surplus kit on your weapon. And the best part about this is the kit section of attachments isn't particularly powerful. It's not like you're competing against other like proficiencies, for instance, which can be incredibly powerful and really change the potential of a gun. When it comes to kits, they're either really situational or they're just barely helping you at all. So it's absolutely in your best interest to be using surplus all the time as you're ranking anything up. So that was a fairly big discovery while I was in my testing. However, the most interesting thing about all of this is everything stacks. Again, with the exception being if you activate a double weapon XP token in Warzone or Cold War, and then one in Vanguard, that doesn't stack. But outside of that, everything else stacks. And what this means is even without double weapon XP whatsoever, if we stack our 10% boost for playing with somebody that's in the same clan as us, a 10% boost for using the operator that's attached to our weapon, and the 20% boost for using the surplus kit, this gives us just under 1.5 times XP. And this is something you can be doing all the time, basically, without having to earn any sort of double weapon XP or anything like that, which is huge. That's going to really help you with your grind. But to top all of this off, it also stacks with double weapon XP, and the way the math works out on that one, you end up earning just under 3 times XP by stacking all of those bonuses together. And this will allow you to fly through weapon levels so much more efficiently than you would be if you weren't really paying attention to all these bonuses you could be getting. So there you have it. That's everything that I've found so far that helps you absolutely maximize your weapon XP while playing in Vanguard. And these tips really do make a huge difference in leveling up your guns. Now, of course, I'm interested in hearing from you guys in the comment section below. First up, were any of these results surprising to you, especially the fact that all of these will stack together? And second, do you have any other tips for leveling weapons up faster that I may have missed in this video? Just let me know down below. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated. And don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.